That's good. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Alpha Platform. First of all, can you guys hear me? See, we got two people in the comment section. Can you hear me? I'm going to post a little comment here. Let me know before I start the show if you can hear me or if you cannot hear me. Okay. Okay. Happy Monday, by the way. Thank you guys for the love and support on my latest videos. You know, I'm trying to make content every single day, but it's difficult. It's difficult. You know what? Today, we're going to start by talking about the Gay VN Awards. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that award show, but essentially it's for adult performers. I got to be careful about what I say on YouTube because I got to get my coins. So yes, we're going to start the show off by talking about the Gay VN Awards and who was featured and who was the most awarded, I would say, content creator in the adult industry. Let me share my screen. Give me just a moment. Add this to the stage. Okay, so first of all, it says these sexy adult entertainers, won big at the 2025 Gay VN Awards. Let me go ahead and play this video.
Thank you. Honey, this new single, this new music video.
Thank you.
Herself, Elle Woods. Like, girl, you are channeling this iconic energy that we know and love from that character in your own music. Like, congratulations on this incredible music video, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was like honestly a dream come true.
I have to imagine filming on set and having all these girls around you and just having so much fun. Like, just must have been a total dream come true, right?
It was, absolutely. I mean, I think that was the gag for me, is the fact that I reached out to so many, very hopeful just to get a few yeses, because everyone's busy. Everyone is, we all have our own things going on. And the fact that I was able to land so many amazing people to be a part of this, just really, it just meant a lot. It's really cool to reach out to your sisters, who have, maybe a larger platform. It was really amazing to reach out to them and just get such a unanimous, like, absolutely, like, oh my God, I love it. I'm here for you, whatever you need. Let's do it. We would love to be a part of this. And even from like, Rue girls to incredible TikTok stars to, landing the writers of the film was just like, what? It was so crazy.
Okay. I'm going to skip around a little bit more because I want you guys to see the actual award show. And it looks like he's just going to talk about the music video. So basically, Raheem Shabazz won big time at this award show. And I loved his outfit. I want to share you guys the outfit with you all. Hopefully you guys can give me your commentary about it. But anyhow, it says the best part of January undoubtedly is the Gay VN Awards. Adult entertainers around the world all head to Las Vegas to celebrate the hottest content created throughout the year. With plenty of spicy categories awarding the biggest and brightest in porn. I'm wondering if Nico Systemic is going to be here. You guys think Nico will be here? The annual Sin City event is the best opportunity to get up close and personal with the top content creators. Pride spoke with the winners on the red carpet of the 2025 Gay VN Awards. So check out the reactions to taking home the gold below. First of all, we have Raheem Shabazz. Look at this. Like, I love this outfit. Let me see if I can blow this up so you guys can see his outfit. Instagram, please don't do it to me. Okay. So this is on IG. This is Raheem. You guys know who Raheem is. He has the harem. Nico's aesthetic is part of the harem. And the girls be talking about it. But this is what the dude looks like. What do you guys think about his suit? I love this look. I don't know how he got his body like this, but I wish I could have that same look going on. But he looks amazing. I think this is his boyfriend, right? Is this his boyfriend on the side? Can you guys see? You guys can't see where I'm at. Give me just a moment. Let me go back to the stage. Give me just a second. I want to show you what I'm looking at here. Looks like you can't see. Okay. All right, you guys can see now. Okay, so this is Raheem Shabazz. He won Performer of the Year for the second year in a row, I believe, and he looks amazing. Like his outfit, his body, everything looks amazing. Like I was saying before, I believe this is his boyfriend or his fiance, whatever. Do you guys happen to know who this man is on the side? Because I'm not quite sure. I don't know who this individual is either. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I really like this look on tall men. This retro high-waisted pantsuit look, I think it looks really good on tall, slim men. This is him again. Like in every photo, Raheem just sticks out. I love that look. It's like 70s. He looks amazing. Okay. I don't know who he's kissing there. All right. Best duo SEX scene. Okay. So this is who Raheem partnered with and they won a scene. Who is this man? I gotta don't tell my business, but I gotta watch the scene a little bit later on. See if I can find it. Okay. Some twinks. Okay, there's Raheem again. Again, amazing. This man looks incredible. How old is Raheem? Okay. Okay. So, all right, that's Raheem Shabazz. He won big at the Gavian Awards. Let's finish the article very quickly. And I'm going to go to my next story. We have to talk about a situation where two gay men just paid a DL tax. And I'm going to talk about the DL thing again. I'm going to talk about what went down at the NYC clubs. What did you say, CLC? What did you say? Hold on, wait a minute. You said I can't stand his foot fetish. Now everybody puts dirty feet in their mouths. Honestly, I hope they get Earl athlete's foot. I never heard about that, but yeah, I don't think I want to put everyone's toes in my mouth because a certain sector of the population is notorious for not taking baths, for not showering, and for only washing the upper portion of their body. And y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna say it, but a certain sector of the population does not wash their legs, their feet, and you be seeing it in the videos too because when you're filming this type of content, one would think you would bother to get your feet clean, right? But see you laughing because I'm just spitting facts here. One would think you would bother to clean your feet before the scene, but they don't, and it just be like the nastiest thing ever. So let me pull this down. I'm gonna finish sharing the screen here. Thank you, COC, for the comment, and it was funny. It's just insane. Anyhow. Let me go back to the article. We'll finish that, and then I will get on touch with the DL tax story. Okay, so here we are. It says, for the second year in a row, Raheem Shabazz won Performer of the Year at the Gay VN Awards. The star also secured an award for the Best Duo SEX scene alongside Sir Peter. Okay, I'm going to look that up later. Raheem Shabazz versus Sir Peter. I had to check out that scene. It says, it's no surprise that this sexy hunk continues his reign in adult entertainment as his spicy content continues to dominate worldwide. It would be surreal to win again, but it would be motivating. It will let me know I'm on the right track. I'm appreciative of everything I've gotten so far, so it's not a must. I'm looking forward to 2025 and whatever opportunities come, Shabazz told Pride. Okay, that's Raheem Shabazz. I'm just going to be messy real quick. Just let me be messy real quick. I'm kind of wondering, how did Raheem meet Nico's aesthetic, and what is the nature of their relationship? Gosh, I want to say this too. I want to say it because I don't want to be messy. I don't want y'all going back to that man's channel and tell him anything. I just feel like this is a sticky situation in terms of adult content creation, group stuff, how people get down and get ready for group stuff. You guys know about it, substances and injections and stuff. And in my mind, all it takes is one person to be like, oh, I wasn't down with that scene. I was under the influence. It didn't work out. And all this stuff will come crashing down like a house of cards. Let's hope not, because, shout out to Nico's aesthetic and Raheem Shabazz in the harem. I love the content. I think he's doing an amazing job representing us as gay, queer, Black men. Now, Kate Maddox was 3 times winner. I don't know who this man is. His twink is. Let me not. We can't do it. It says Kate Maddox also had a big night at the Gay VN Awards. The model took home the took home earned the most amount of awards in the fan voted categories by winning favorite body and favorite top. What? All right. Okay. And he says it's always an honor, especially how long I've been doing this. It's an honor to still be nominated with the young meat that's still coming. But it's still even cooler to win something. All right, man. He looks like a twink to me, but lastly, we got Drake Bonner in the house. He's a 2-time winner. This is definitely a twink. All right. It says he may be one of the youngest gay stars out there, but Drake Vaughn is now adding 2 more trophies to his shelf of accolades. The star won Favorite Twink and Hottest All-Male Creator Collab at this year's awards. He says, honestly, this has probably been the best gay VN award so far. I've had such amazing time seeing all of my close friends. It's been such a great year for me. I couldn't ask for a better year. Vaughn shares. What's up, Darion? Thank you for joining today. You always show love, man. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about the gay VN awards? I'm happy for Raheem. He looks amazing. Like, I don't know what his workout is, the diet plan, whatever it is, but I want it. I want it. This man looks incredible. Like the 70s style. I can go on and on. Anyhow, I promise you guys another story. This is going to be juicy, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's get some more comments and likes in the house. Feel free to just hop in, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you need to. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, let's get into this next story here. Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, here we go. Before I get started, let me read some comments. You said, COC says, Fountain of Youth, despite the foot fetish. Y'all really going in on Raheem about that foot fetish stuff. What is it that's so bad about it to you? Because, I mean, to me, it seems like, okay, fine. People are into it. If you're clean, fine, whatever. Darion says, you're welcome. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah, you're one of my day ones too, man. But anyhow, let's get started into this DL tax story. Let me know if you guys can't hear, but I'm just going to let the video do what it's going to do.
Manhattan courtroom today, nearly 3 years after the Manhattan club scene was rocked by a series of druggings and robberies.
Yeah, prosecutors say John Umberger and Julio Ramirez were among those targeted. Their families were in court for the first day of their murder trial.
Yeah, Pix 7's Anthony Lorenzo was there as one mother tearfully took the stand.
Hello to our 2 viewers. Hello, hello.
3 agonizing years have passed since Linda Clary heard her son's voice. Her best friend would have been 35 years old.
They took my son's life. 2 of them did.
Wednesday, she bravely testified at his murder trial. One victim in a series of opioid overdoses that sent the Manhattan nightclub scene into a panic. Prosecutors say John Umberger was slipped a lethal cocktail of fentanyl and other drugs, and that 2 men on trial stole his phone, drained his bank account, and went on a shopping spree.
I truly believe that they are not safe to be among us.
His grieving mother stared them down as she took the witness stand, testifying how her son went missing in May of 2022. After the fateful night out in Hell's Kitchen, and recounting her pain when a police officer found him dead days later in his Upper East Side townhouse.
It's reliving the moment of the phone call of finding John's body and that he was no longer with us.
Prosecutors say this trio on trial were part of a 5-man robbery crew, preying mostly on gay victims. Some were fortunate to survive. Julio Ramirez didn't.
He was just an amazing person that was just taken away. He was a social worker. He loved helping people. He was social. He was caring. Just an amazing individual. He was my best friend.
The 25-year-old Brooklyn man fell victim to the deadly scheme a month earlier. He'd been partying at the Ritz Lounge before hailing a cab. 14 minutes later, he and 3 other men, the accused, arrived downtown. Ramirez was unresponsive in the back seat. The men allegedly leaving him for dead and going on a spending spree.
I'm just hearing how brazen these men were and just to walk away. And it was difficult.
Both families promising to see the trial through to the end and that justice is done. None of the defense attorneys wished to comment. However, one said in court that there are gaps in the state's case, arguing there's no way to sufficiently prove the drugs found in the victim's system could be linked to his client. From Hell's Kitchen, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
Okay, you guys. I'm gonna remove this from the stage. Give me just a second. Okay. What I want to say, thank you, Darion. I appreciate it. It is crazy. It's a shame. What I want to say about the situation is, when are we going to learn as gay men? Like, I could, definitely tell that these two individuals, these two gay men, if they saw, a group of straight looking dudes come across them in the club, whatnot, they start, talking, maybe exchanging numbers, talking about what they want to do, maybe bought a drink or whatnot. I can see how you would find a group of trade appealing, right? But at a certain point as gay men, I think we have to just level up in terms of our self-esteem. We have to stop entertaining DL dudes because they don't care. They don't care. I will never forget, I had a personal trainer. He was a straight man, muscular, buff, straight black dude, just, not with no gay-ish, nothing like that. He was my personal trainer. And I will never forget, he told me this. He said, Alfred, one day, a gay dude walked up to me at my apartment complex, and he hit on me. He offered me, that slurpy slurp. And my personal trainer told me back in the day, had he asked him back in the day, he would have said, yeah, you can, we can get down. We can have some fun, whatever. But he would have brought his homeboys along to rob the gay dude. And that's why, I come on here and I tell y'all time and time again, leave these dudes alone. I know it's exciting. I know it's a thrill. I've not personally done it myself because, I just wasn't. But I'm not, going hard on people who are for the whole DL thing and want to pay the DL tax. It's just not worth it because these dudes would delete you, give you all types of substances, have you all thrown off and whatnot, and just going about their life like they don't care. They just see us as victims in a lick and a come up at the end of the day. So it's like, who's really playing the fool? Is it us or is it the trade? Let's see what you got to say. You said, do you have a good gaydar? I do. No, you know what? It depends. My gaydar, it just depends, man. Sometimes I just don't be looking. I'd be in a different mindset, different state because I'm married. So I see dudes at the gym and I can say, oh, maybe they're gay, maybe they're not, but it's just not something that I'm really concentrating on too much at this stage in my life. But yeah, we got to do better, man. We got to stop entertaining DL dudes. We got to call these dudes out and say no. Because the minute we in mass numbers as gay men start saying no to these dudes, they'll start chasing us. They'll start treating us right. They'll start telling their baby mamas, their girlfriends, their wives, whatever, oh, I really want to be with this dude over here. Because they want access to them cheeks, right? So if you're going to get them cheeks, you need to make a commitment. You need to make a sacrifice. But it just seems like, what's up, Wrestling Superstar 83? You said, finally caught you live, Alfred. Yeah, man, because we got to learn, man. We just got to do better. I greatly appreciate the love. We got to do better. And I think we deserve to be put on the pedestal as gay men because we've done the work. We came out the closet. We, braved the rejection from our friends, family, society. We are the prize as gay men. And I've told you guys time and time again, we earn the most out of any type of man. Gay men, we earn the most money. Therefore, in most people's eyes, we are the most masculine because we got the coins. All right, y'all. So the next thing I kind of want to talk about here is, on my channel, we talk politics too. You guys know about it. We talk politics too. We do entertainment, we do politics. So we want to talk about Thailand. We're going to talk about Donald Trump pulling out AIDS funding in terms of public assistance for people who have HIV and AIDS and them accessing medications, and also pulling LGBTQ plus resources off of the government website. So this is getting crazy. I think people really need to pay attention. Pay attention. Because a lot of people thought, I don't need to vote. I don't need to be a part of this election. Kamala got it, or I don't care what happens. The price of groceries is just too high. I just don't care anymore. But we cannot afford not to care. We can't afford it. And I just feel like the LGBTQ community has had so many wins so far that we've gotten lazy and complacent. We're not willing to fight anymore. And that is a huge problem. So let's get into it. Give me just a minute, you guys. We're going to talk about Thailand here. Give me just a second. All right, let me share my screen. And get those likes up, people. Get those likes up so other people can see the stream and join. I really appreciate the love and support. We got to get more LGBTQ plus people to join the movement. Got to do it. All right. Here we go.
Thailand has become the first Southeast Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. It's the culmination of a decades-long fight for Thai LGBTQ couples. Hundreds celebrated the historic occasion with a mass wedding in Bangkok.
The special moment is about to arrive for Anticha and for Awan, a lesbian couple who have been together for 5 years. Now their union is legally recognized.
I'm very excited
and happy also. We got this one right for the first start of
our family. It's very, meaningful for us to have the legalized marriage.
With marriage equality now the law of the land, Thai gay couples gained the right to register their marriages. LGBTQ plus couples will have the same rights as other couples to manage assets, inherit, adopt, and make decisions about their partner's medical treatment.
I work in the medical field, and sometimes critical medical decisions need to be made. I've seen cases where no one else can step in to decide, and it ends up falling to the parents of the LGBT person. They have to call the parents to sign off, and we don't want that to happen to us. Now that the law recognizes us, we didn't hesitate to register.
Activists say the new marriage law is expected to create momentum for greater inclusion of LGBTQ people in Thailand. But challenges remain for some couples, particularly regarding the legal recognition of families.
This law is still incomplete. It doesn't recognize the concept of parenthood beyond the male or female binary. Within our community, marriage often signifies the creation of a family, and many people are already thinking about having children. Some already do. But not everyone identifies as male or female, so the terms father and mother used in the law are not inclusive.
With its first mass same-sex weddings, Thai authorities hope to claim the world record of most same-sex marriage registrations in a single day. For Anticha and for Awan, this moment is about celebrating their love for each other on this historic day.
Klaifu Gyoku Shodlud is a queer rights activist and member of the Marriage Equality Committee in the Thai Parliament. I asked them how they were feeling today.
I would say I honestly don't know how to express my emotions because it's extremely exciting and you can just feel this energy and this love from everyone, and it's just extremely exciting.
I can hear the emotion in your voice as one can get the feeling from the pictures that we're seeing. And I know that you've been deeply involved in getting the marriage equality law through Parliament. Can you talk to us a little bit about the challenges that you faced?
Yes, of course. Even before I came into this movement has been going on for over 20 years. And there's been a lot of debates about having a civil partnership bill and also a marriage equality bill. But at the end of the day, we were able to push the marriage equality bill and finally have the people's draft in the parliament, which was another progress that we made because it's the first time that we've ever seen people from civil society representing a bill and coming along thus far. And since it's been 2 decades, there's been so many people who were not able to make it to this day, but we truly believe that this fight has been a worthwhile fight. And no matter how long it took us, we finally made it to this day where we can finally say that marriage equality exists in Thailand, and we finally can say that love triumphs over prejudice.
And what about the message that this sends to other Asian countries and LGBTQ activists fighting for these kind of rights? I mean, because there are many countries where queer people are not allowed to get married.
Well, I would say the message that we have is no matter what happens, no matter what obstacle comes in the way, we have to keep strong. We have to keep going. We have to have solidarity globally to push this gender justice and gender equality forward, because as we can see, there's so many countries that are heading backwards, and especially to all the neighboring countries in Asia and Southeast Asia. I think we just have to work together, keep on going, whether it's taking the legislative path or litigation path, or whatever path we take, we have to keep consistent and keep fighting, because one day we will definitely see history happen, and it is important to keep going.
So gay marriage is now law, it's now legal in your country. You have obviously been so involved with this. I can tell it's a personal fight for you. Can you tell us if you've already sort of set your sights on something else that you're going to be fighting for? I mean, what will you do now with your time?
Okay. Let me go ahead and remove this from the screen. First of all, big ups to Taiwan or Thailand. I think it's amazing what they're doing there. It's funny they brought up something. Although they won the right to marry, certain marriage benefits are not available to them as of now. And when I made my video informing our community about what Trump is planning to do to the LGBT plus community here in the US in terms of gay marriage, people didn't believe me. It said it's a federal law, blah, blah, blah. It's never going to happen. He's never going to repeal it. He's never going to do X, Y, and Z. This is a perfect example of what he could do, which is you guys can get married, but you won't have all the benefits of a regular heterosexual marriage. You can't adopt children. Maybe you won't be able to put your partner on your health insurance policy. Maybe you won't be able to take your partner's SSI benefits should they pass away. Maybe you can't make medical decisions about your spouse if they are in an emergency situation. And many times what happens to us as queer people, when we get married or we're with a spouse long term, and that spouse gets sick or passes away, the family, who we often think is cool with us, will swoop in and their true colors will show. They'll push us out of, making decisions. They'll act like, the relationship never existed, like we never spent 20 years building a life with this man. They will, make sure we don't get the will. They will contest it. They will do whatever they can just to take the resources away from the surviving spouse. And it's such a shame because I feel like a lot of people only want us for our talent and our resources. So we got to be vigilant about what's going on here in the US. We can't be lazy. We got to keep spreading the word and keep, I want to encourage you guys. An easy way to stay abreast about this and to help out is to just simply join the Human Rights Campaign. Sign up, subscribe, join their meetings, and find out how you can support LGBT plus people in your local neighborhood. Because, man, we cannot give up this fight. We can't. I want to proceed to my next topic here. Give me just a moment. This is talking about Trump's policies here in the U.S. concerning the AIDS program and what he's done to the White House website. Give me just a second. Okay. Okay. Let me remove myself from this. And that's totally true. Totally true. People will die from this. People will be affected by this. You know, people in our community will be affected by this. And the next thing to come down the pipeline will be no more PrEP. No more PrEP. Republicans have already said we don't want to fund PrEP. We don't want to give out our tax dollars, our state funding to PrEP because they feel like the gays are only using it to have unprotected fun time, adult fun time. And, you know, it's hard for me to argue against that because I see a lot of dudes using PrEP that way, especially in the adult content arena, using PrEP as an excuse to be reckless, as an excuse to, you know, I saw one dude during the pandemic take like 100 loads during a pandemic. That's insane. But he was on PrEP, so he thought he could do it. Fortunately, he caught monkeypox, but he still did it. So we own some of the blame as well because we have to take away the stigma that comes with using PrEP. In other, I think it's called PEP as well, the one that you take if you are exposed to HIV. You can go to the hospital immediately and take something called PEP. But it's coming down the pipeline. This is going to affect all of us. So a lot of us like to watch certain types of content that are X-rated, right? Get ready to see, you know, a lot more protected type of content. You know, people are used to seeing unprotected content right now, but that's going to go away. All that's going to go away. So if you don't have the coins, what are y'all going to do? Well, no access to PrEP, no access to PEP. What will we do? All right, y'all. What do y'all think about that topic here? You said, Wrestling Superstar said, you said, I agree with you 100%. It's true. It's true, man. Like, this is just happening. I never thought I would see the day where my government was monitoring what I saw on the web, online, or on websites or whatnot. I never thought I'd see that day where they would say, you know what, if you want to visit this website, I need a shot of your face. I need your ID. And that's what's happening here in Texas. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? Where are you guys from? Because I want to know if you're experiencing the same type of censorship that I am here in Texas, because it's getting crazy. Wrestling Superstar said, I see the argument for both sides. However, Republicans want to control what we do through Christian religious dogma and morality. Yeah, definitely. They've been bought out. Period. Plain and simple. They've been bought out. You said you're from Philly. I cannot say that Philly is going to go as hard as Texas, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana in terms of censoring certain types of content on the internet. And the whole premise behind it, I get it, is to protect children. But I also see it a different way where it's like, I don't want the government seeing what I'm doing online like that, you know? So it's just a mixed bag. So let's talk about what we can do about this. The number one thing I've been telling people on my channel to do is just hold your pink dollars, pink money, pink dollars. And that's what I refer, that reference is to the money earned by gay people, LGBT plus people. We call those pink dollars or pink money. Our community is responsible for about 1.4 trillion pink dollars in the U.S. economy, and that was 2 years ago. Imagine how much money we have to offer now. So you see how people are boycotting Target, they're boycotting Amazon, Walmart, all these other stores that are not supporting DEI initiatives. But DEI also concerns Black people, disabled people, gay people, lesbian people, white women, Mexicans, Indians, a whole plethora of people. So we need to take a page out of Black people's books. And, I'm going to show a video real quick of Al Sharpton. I think we can just follow suit with whatever he's doing. Let me show you guys this video very quickly. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. Let's get this cracking.
There's a cops in here, right?
Oh, my guy, can you put the walkers in the bottom for me? All right, he's gonna get yours. Excuse me, sir, were you giving out cards? All right. right, let's go. Bus one. Yeah, that's all. We gotta go left. Bus one. I know I heard it. Let's go. You talking to me? Yeah, I thought she said she was in the front seat to the left.
This one right here.
That's where she is. And that's the left. I know. Okay, all right. We in here. We didn't have much late.
My G.
Yeah, right. We're only going to 150.
This is already past. Hey. That's nice.
Tie your shirt to the front end for the Mexican. Jay.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion in the private sector.
One of the managers. This is and I'm retiring in 5 days. Yes. All right, y'all. Don't tell my floor.
They're on your side.
And we were there with you last week.
Yep.
And you're gonna make piano lessons. Yes, you got a piano lesson.
Baby, our sharks are not gonna let that perm go. Man, let that perm go.
Hey, D, go to.
Well, I'm getting some hamburger meat, some eggs, and some chicken with the help of Al Sharpton.
National Action Network. How you doing? You got any? All right. Thank you. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Are you eating on the job? Watch your back, sir. Watch your back. We left everybody at shopping.
Okay. All right. So that was Al Sharpton. That was a perfect example. Excuse me. So that was Al Sharpton. Excuse me. Not talk. That was Sharpton. And he gave a perfect example of what we should be doing in terms of showing our support for companies who support us. Go get your Costco memberships. Stop shopping at Target. Stop shopping at Amazon. That's going to be hard, I know. Stop shopping at Walmart. Go where you are appreciated and go where you are celebrated as a gay person, as a Black person. Because I notice a lot of companies have stopped using the term DEI because that has become kind of like a slur. The Republicans have done an amazing job branding that as a label to paint Black people as unqualified in certain positions that they seem to obtain. But we as Black people know that we're not unqualified. We have to many times be overqualified, overpresent ourselves to get the same amount of respect and opportunities as our white counterparts. They just don't want to believe it. So yeah, companies are making the switch from DEI programs to something called belonging, simply belonging. And I think that's a perfect idea. I think it's hard to use the word belonging as a slur to refer to anytime you see a gay person, a woman, a Mexican person, Indian person, a Black person, trans person in positions of power or in positions in corporate media or whatever. So belonging is a perfect example. I think we definitely need to do our part. Once again, I feel like as LGBT plus people, we've gotten lazy. We've gotten used to just having rights handed to us. And now it's our time to stand up and fight. And I think we really need to do so. We cannot drop the ball on this. We cannot let the sacrifice of those that came before us, all the people that fought to get us where we are today, be in vain. We have to do our part. Let me read some comments here. All right. So Tektronic, I like that name. It says, no lie, Texas feels backwards as SF. Y'all have always been wild. The next 4 years is going to be insane down there. It is. It's going to be insane. And I'm tired. Like, I'm tired already. I was just talking to my husband about how we're going to leave America, hopefully next year after he graduates. And I've also been in conversation with a lawyer, an immigration lawyer in Mexico, because like many celebrities already, I'm trying to leave this country. So if celebrities are leaving this country, what do you think they know that we don't know? What do you think they know is coming down the pipeline that we don't know nothing about? Baby, it's day 7 in this administration, and all hell is broken loose. Literally. Thank you for the comment, Tetronic. Monty, you said parents are getting lazy. I wasn't allowed specifically a smartphone until I graduated high school. I had gaming systems and games, but not that level of access to the internet. Me too. I didn't get a smartphone. Well, my phone was smart. I had like a Nokia, a flip phone, a Nokia when I was 16. And I bought that after I got my first job. So I had to pay my own phone bill. I had to pay my own, buy my own cell phone and whatnot. But kids these days just seem like the parents just want to give them a tablet and tell them, get out of my face. And that creates a problem for all of us because these kids are watching stuff they have no business watching. They are listening to songs they have no business listening to. They are just off the chain these days, and nobody can control these kids, not even these parents, not these teachers, nobody. The worst part is the rest of us have to suffer because the parents don't want to do the work of raising a child. I grew up in a single parent household, and I was made to feel and told repeatedly that you are not wanted. Like, you are a burden in my life, because my mom had me when she was 17. So she wanted to go out and party and, live her life. And I can't blame her. She was 17. But the stable side of my mind says, why are y'all having kids? Straight people, why are y'all having kids? Like, this is 2025. Birth control, you can use protection. You can, let your child go before 6 weeks. There are many remedies to the situation instead of just popping kids that you don't want. I am so tired of hearing parents complain about their children and how they have nobody to watch their kids. It's like, then why have them? If you're that frustrated, why have them? If you want to be free, don't have no kids. If you want to go on vacation, don't have no kids. Simple as that. Wrestling Superstar, before I go to my next topic, I'm going to read just some comments here. It says, belonging is code for culture. If one doesn't fit into a certain culture, then you are left out. Explain that to me. Because belonging to me feels like belonging in terms of all of you belong. Like women, gay people, Black people, trans people, we all belong. And belonging is something that we can aspire to in the corporate arena or in the private sector especially, because we all have to make a living and we all need to learn how to coexist on the job. Because as you and I know, there's a certain group of people at every job, no matter if you're in corporate, if you're a tradesman, wherever you are, there's one group of people that has no idea how to coexist with the rest of us. And they need all the training, they need all the resources and the help, and they don't want to take it. So I like the term belonging. Let's see here. Monty says, I had the same experience growing up. Yeah, man, it is a devastation to the nation. It is a devastation to the nation, the amount of parents that have children that don't want them. So many people are not fit to be parents. A lot of parents need to be in jail, period. Period. I feel that strongly. I could tell y'all some more of my business, but some things I'm just going to keep it to myself because my mom likes to watch my channel. And I just try to keep the peace between she and I. And, I'm not trying to go there, but I've had my issues with her. But I truly feel a lot of parents need to be in jail. And it's like when you confront them about where they went wrong, they get all defensive, start backpedaling and pussy popping and stuff like that. Just accept that you did wrong. Just accept that you made a mistake. Just accept that you could have done better. And the worst part is you have to grow up and watch them act like angels to the grandkids when they were devils to their real children. Just to clear your comment here, Wrestling Superstar says, what I meant to say that if one doesn't fit into a certain culture, then you are left out, giving companies the right to discriminate against us because we do not fit into their workspace. They already do. They already do. And Trump rolling back DEI is just more of an excuse for them to discriminate against us. When I was a hiring manager at my previous place of employment, me and my manager above me, we made a conscious effort to hire Black people. We were very proud that our team was all Black, mostly Black women. Some of them were lesbians. I was a queer Black man. We were very proud of that. And they were qualified, well-spoken, professional Black people. So when these companies come about saying we can't find qualified Black people don't know how to act in the workplace, and Black people are not, they're DEI hires, they're not, whatever they're saying, the propaganda is cat. All this is cat. All right. So before I leave this political topic about LGBT plus people, we have always been at the forefront of every civil rights movement. You got Angela Davis in the Black Power movement. People don't know that Angela Davis is queer, a queer Black woman. And she fought a tremendous fight for Black Power. She did. Lastly, about Rustin and the March on Washington. James Baldwin, we're still reading his work today. And people are saying Malcolm X is bisexual. I'm thinking about doing a documentary about that. Malcolm X being bisexual. And, knowing what we know about male sexuality today, I believe it. I believe it. Like, I truly believe 80% of men are bisexual. They just can't express it, don't feel comfortable expressing it, don't want to be ostracized. So, yeah, let's just, continue what we've always done. Just fight for civil rights. Fight what we can fight what we can fight for. Excuse me. All right, you guys, I'm going to talk about my next topic, and this is kind of sad. This is a little bit sad. I'm not going to lie. As much as I am a big trans advocate on this channel, and y'all know I don't F with any gay man, any queer person that talks badly about trans people. If you are one of those people, you don't like trans people, you don't support trans rights, you're not an advocate for the trans community, this is not the platform for you. You might as well just go ahead and find somebody else to watch because this is not it. But anyhow, I have to be honest when it's time to be honest. And this next story is about a trans woman that deleted a U.S. postal worker, I believe at a deli, over a dispute in a line. So let's roll this clip. We're going to talk about this. I'll come back with my commentary. Give me just a second, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
Turned into a scene of a deadly stabbing.
A postal worker was killed.
Let me start it over. I'm sorry.
Deli counter turned into a scene of a deadly stabbing.
A postal worker was killed and one woman is under arrest this morning. Let's get right to Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She is live outside that bodega in Harlem. And Briella, investigators believe this all started over who was next in line to order at that deli.
Yeah, Tashani and Dan, good morning to both of you. All literally over a sandwich. That woman, the suspect identified this morning as 24-year-old Jaya Cruz. She has been charged in the murder of 36-year-old Ray Hodges, who, was killed on the job yesterday. He was stabbed to death here in the deli behind me in Harlem. Now, Cruz could be arraigned on second-degree murder charges as early as today. Let's get right to her being escorted out of the 28th precinct yesterday. It happened shortly before midnight. Cruz was covering her face with a black hooded sweatshirt and avoiding questions from reporters. According to police, the attack happened inside Joe's Grocery on Malcolm X Boulevard and West 118th Street at about 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Hodges, an on-duty postal worker, was found with stab wounds about the body and rushed to Harlem Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Police confirming with us this morning that the stabbing followed an altercation over a spot in line and that a knife was recovered at the scene. Neighbors tell us they ran into Hodges all the time on his daily route and are in complete disbelief that this even happened.
I know the guys who deliver mail, and just like that, he's gone. It's very scary. Anytime you wake up, anything can happen. You can just, like they said, it's an argument. So you can just say hello to somebody and you start. Something like that. It's disheartening, to say the least.
Cruz lives just down the street from this bodega, while Hodges lived up in the Bronx. We are still waiting on word in regard to her arraignment, when exactly that will happen. The United States Postal Inspection Service, though, released a statement on behalf of Hodges' his death, saying that the the United States Postal Inspection Service will be working very closely with the NYPD in regard to this developing investigation. But for now, we're live here in Harlem. Dan and Tashani, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Brielle.
Okay, you guys, let me show his face, because I think it's very important to honor the victim by honoring his memory with showing his face and talking more about him. Give me just a moment. I noticed they didn't really mention him or share his face, so I want to do that for you all. Okay. See if I can get it. Okay, it looks like this is just the story about what happened. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Let me get his face, and then we're going to get into some details about what actually happened. This is him here. You can barely see it, but let me see if I can get his face up. Give me just a moment, you guys. Hodges is his last name. Okay. Let's stop presenting this. Okay, let me show you his face very quickly. Okay. This is him. As you can see, a decent looking dude. I think he was around my age, which is like 35. It looks like he had a family, a wife. He was a long time mail carrier. This is a picture of the trans woman that deleted him. So while we're talking about this, I want to say this. RIP to the victim and the family who is really going through it right now. But we got to be honest about this type of stuff. We cannot act like trans people are not traumatized by constantly seeing themselves and other trans women being attacked online, being deleted in news report after news report. We cannot act like that's not a thing. So I understand why she did what she did, because she was probably freaking out. Like, here I am arguing with this tall, she's tall too, but with this straight man, this buff, muscular straight man. Here I am arguing. I don't know what this dude's going to do to me. I don't know if he's going to pull out a you-know-what and, take me out. I don't know if he has a weapon. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I'm going to get you before you get me. Again, I'm not saying what she did was right, but I'm saying I understand, because it's like so many people are taking trans women out of here. And imagine living with that on your psyche every single day, knowing that this could be your last day. We know that trans women do not make it past the age of 35. That's just the stats. If you make it past 35, you're an anomaly. You're an outlier. Congratulations. But most of them do not. So I see it in both ways. I see, yes, she was wrong, but I also see society has to do a better job of protecting trans people and making spaces for them and ensuring that they don't feel so ostracized when they walk outside their houses. You know, like we got to make room for these people to live normal lives and enjoy the same rights and benefits as the rest of us. If we don't, they're going to keep walking around, you know, getting deleted or deleting other people. It's just as simple as that. You know, I don't know her name. I'm not sure when she's gonna go on trial, but just props to news reporter for referring to her as she and not disrespecting her as he, because I did see the New York Post make a post about this and call this person a sicko and say a sicko deleted a postal worker after a fight at a deli. This person's not a sicko. We are not mentally ill. You know, let's read some comments. Deshaun says, "Wow." You said, Trey, thanks for joining, Trey. I appreciate it. You said, more and more I see people ready to throw their future away for anything. I think people are stressed. People are over it. People are tired. Think about it this way. Excuse me, Trey. Think about it this way. Every day we turn on social media or the news, we see nothing but negativity. And what do you think that does to people and their mindset and their psyche when they go out and, you know, have to associate with other people? What do you think it does to trans women knowing that more than half of the country voted to take away their rights, voted against them making decisions about their own body in terms of their health care? What do you think that does to them? We're saying you cannot make decisions about your health care with your doctor. The state has to do it. You can't do it. So what are we doing to these people? Mentally, what are we doing to these people? Thank you for the comment. Excuse me. Sean says, I definitely know that transgenders are getting deleted, and this man probably knew that she was trans, and so he wanted to do what to her? Do you know what to her to make it seem like he didn't know? Yeah. So is she allowed to use the straight panic defense? You know about the gay panic defense. Oh, I didn't know they were gay. I didn't know they were trans, blah, blah, blah. When they told me, I freaked out. I lost my mind and I deleted the person. So can she use the same type of defense? You know, I've seen so many straight men delete trans women. I was afraid for my life. I had to defend myself. So I took him up out of here. It seemed like an equal argument to me. You said there needs to be other ways than to just do a heinous crime like that. I agree. But in the heat of the moment, think about what's going on in her mind. If I don't do something, this man gonna take me out of here. And once again, she's seeing it on the news every day with her sisters being deleted and taken up out of here. What do you think is going on in her mind? Trey, you said, I thought the trans woman was deleted, but I see it's the other way around this time. Yeah, she wasn't going to be a statistic. She was not going to be a victim. And once again, RIP to this man that lost his life, his family, his loved ones. But I feel so badly for what we're doing to trans people. And we can't act like we as a society didn't play a hand in what she did to this man. Straight panic defense. That's all I had to say. Anyhow, I got some comments here. Let me read this last comment. Monty, you said, there are so many compounding issues in our country that affect marginalized groups. White America stacks the cards against these groups and acts surprised. Yeah, when they go crazy. Stack the cards against people, then act surprised when they act like a caged animal. They do. Notorious for that. Then they call you crazy, a sicko, a psycho, a DI hire, tell you to pull yourself by your bootstraps, all this stupid mushmouth stuff that they say without acknowledging details of why you're going crazy, why you're losing your mind, you know? So it's so funny you mentioned that, because there was a meme on social media today where there was a dude, basically, it was a Trump supporter. And essentially, he was reading why grocery prices have not gone down under the Trump administration yet. Because remember, Trump promised on day one, grocery prices are going to go down, eggs are going to go down. We know that's a lie. In fact, inflation is rising. So in the meme, the dude was not willing to read the explanation as to why inflation was so high under Biden, but he was willing to read the explanation as to why inflation was so high under Trump. So it goes to show me that we're not really voting for candidates based on their policies or who we like it's almost like we're voting against other people. We want to see other people hurting. And depending on who's willing to hurt the people we want to hurt or we want to see hurt, that's who's going to win our vote. I think that's what happened to a lot of people this election cycle. They wanted to see illegal immigrants hurt. They wanted to see Black women and other women hurt. And I know this because so many Black men went online and complained all last year and the year before that about Black women are running too many things. They're everywhere. They're in too many positions of power. We need to, knock them down a peg. They're tired of seeing us. They think we're winning. A lot of gay Black men don't even see us. A lot of straight Black men don't even see us gay Black men as men. They don't. And it's so sad. So imagine their surprise when they find out we're making more money than them. We have representation in media and they don't. We're not being painted as the bad guy in every single movie or not being painted as holding a woman down in the movie, but they constantly are. So they're jealous. Jealousy. And it goes back to my original point. A lot of people voted not about policy, not about the candidate they liked, but they voted for the individual who would hurt the person or the group of people that they did not like, period. And it's going to backfire tremendously. Trey says, yeah, you agree. Appreciate it, man. It was this election cycle. Exactly. Yeah, that's how it went. Who's going to hurt who I don't like? He says, so that means that these men are jealous of women. I don't think they're jealous of women. They're jealous of the access that women have now obtained. Think about it this way. And I learned about this recently. If you consider corporate America, what are the most valuable skill sets in corporate America? Which also pays the most. The most valuable assets in corporate America are soft skills. Can you communicate? How good are you with relationship building? Do you have emotional intelligence? Can you read people's moods and can you read a room? Most men are not emotionally intelligent. Most men, they don't know how to communicate. They're not friendly. They don't go out and make friends. They don't know how to do a presentation. They don't know how to form a connection with another human being. But us gay people and women, we know how to do that stuff. And we are running the show now. We are running the show and out earning them hand over fist. So they are jealous. They're jealous that they are still caged by masculinity, but we are not. Because that's what that is. It's a cage. It's a prison. It's a prison. Because they want to knock them down. In fact, they do. They do. They just want to see women in subordinate positions once again, and us as well. They don't want to see us rising either. You said, oh yeah, it's definitely going to backfire tremendously, especially what they're doing, trying to control women in the LGBT. They're going to gag when they date the LGBT. Exactly. Thank you, man. Wrestling Superstar says this election cycle was based on emotion and not on facts and policies. Exactly. Like, we really believed that those Haitians in Ohio were out there eating cats and dogs. Really. And I saw how that spread like wildfire on Twitter. I saw that. But I'm like, this is fake news because the governor already came out and said that was fake. That was an actual Ohio resident that got arrested for doing X, Y, and Z. We don't know if she's eating cats or dogs. I don't know what that woman was doing, but she was a resident. She wasn't a migrant. You said, let's see, Trey, you said, I was just watching video mates. I realized you were like, yeah. Thank you, Trey, for supporting the content. I greatly appreciate it. When I think about my journey on YouTube, started in 2018, didn't even break 400 subscribers for numerous years, probably 4 years. And then all of a sudden, thousands of subscribers. So I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. You said no diplomacy skills. Yeah, they don't. All they want to do is work with their hands, grunt, go to the bathroom, don't wipe their behinds, do whatever they want to do, but they're a mess and they need to change. And that's why they're being left behind, because they don't want to change. They don't want to give up that masculinity that that I feel like is a prison for them. You said these white men now have to try harder now they have actual. Thank you. You get it, Monty. You get it. These white men now have to try harder now that they have actual competition. They can't handle it or even keep up, so they have to deny us access from the jump. Man, you got it. and I've been trying to tell this to people for so long. Think prior to the Civil Rights Act. They had no competition. White people were rewarded for being mediocre. If you were white, you would just get a job because blacks could not get that job. Women can get that job. Gays, sure as heck, could not get that job. Indians, Latinos, nobody can get those jobs but white men. Now they have to compete, and now they're complaining because they can't compete. They can't. I'm not even talking about the global workforce, the global sector. I'm just talking about here in the United States. They cannot compete. They're used to getting things simply for the fact that they're male and they're white. Got it. Nomadic Mariner, welcome back, man. I saw you last stream. Thank you for joining again. You said they're caged by masculinity because that's what they chose. They aren't forced to do anything. They are. It's a prison. It's a cage. And I think men will continue to be behind in this world until they figure that out. And what's ironic is our community is fighting for the liberation of all people. Straight people, straight men, straight women, but we're hated by everybody. Yet we're trying to set everybody free. Trey H said the Haitian mass hysteria pissed me off. It did. Do you remember when they were rounding up Haitians with horses? That was crazy. Like, we've never seen the government round up any sort of other migrant using horses. They remind me of slavery days. That's what it reminded me of. So, so why I let the comments roll in, I want to share with the trans people here that have joined my stream, who will watch the stream, and you said horses, who will watch the stream in the future. I want to give you guys 7 tips to survive the Trump administration, and I'll come back to the comments in just a little bit later. Give me just a moment. Like, it's not enough to just talk about the downfall of trans people and trans people being hurt. We should give some tips for them to survive this administration. And then I think these tips can also help us as queer Black men as well. Just a second here. Okay. All right. It says 7 important tips for trans people preparing for Trump's pending crackdown. In the wake of Donald Trump's election as president, transgender people are left wondering what lies ahead. For this community, a Trump administration signals potential disaster. The candidate just won his election after $215 million in anti-trans ads targeting the small community. That is crazy. Let me reread that again. I didn't know this. This is insane. Trump won his election after $215 million in anti-trans ads targeting this small community was sent out. Why is he sending it? Like, why? This community is only like, what, 2% of the population? What is going on? It goes on to say a staggering amount that eclipsed spending on other issues-based ads. So why did he spend so much money on trans-targeted ads versus any other issue-based ad? Why? And what is he planning to do? So it says, I spoke with experts in transgender care and dozens of transgender individuals to identify steps that we can take to prepare for a Trump presidency. It says Trump has pledged numerous actions against trans people, from investigating educators to banning gender-affirming care for youth and ending legal recognition for transgender individuals. While some of these measures may take some time to implement, others could happen quickly. For instance, the upcoming December budget negotiations are likely to include anti-trans and anti-LGBTQ+ amendments, which Democrats may accept to avoid a government shutdown. Wow, man. Wow. Like, if they're coming after these people, we are next in line. Let's get to the tips. Okay. It says tip number 1, obtaining or updating your passport. We already know it's too late for that. Trans people no longer, if you're a trans person, you're trying to update your passport to be designated as X in gender, time has come and passed. You can no longer do that. That's out the window. Next tip is updating state documents and IDs. Go ahead and do that now. I can easily see people living in red states not having this as an option pretty soon. It says this step is crucial, as trans people will need as many documents as possible that reflect their correct gender marker to navigate potential laws and regulations targeting them. Although most anti-trans laws specify that legal recognition of sex must align with the sex recorded at or near birth, enforcing these provisions is often challenging. In practice, having licenses and IDs that display an accurate gender marker can help transgender individuals avoid negative interactions and even diffuse tense situations with officials. You guys know how ignorant police officers are. Like, imagine giving your ID and it says male, but you clearly look like a woman. Like, it's a mess. Next one, maintaining a supply of medication that includes PrEP, PEP, DoxyPrep, whatever y'all taking. It says some individuals are taking steps to secure the access to gender-affirming medications. Though this approach carries potential legal challenges, the Trump administration has indicated plans to sue pharmaceutical companies providing gender-affirming care, making medication access disruption a real possibility. Wow. It says, additionally, federal funding bans, threats, and investigations could further complicate access. Let me read some comments quickly. Yeah, that's true. You said they need to have a boogeyman. Most of our country is so undereducated that they only understand good versus evil. They do, and unfortunately, they paint us as evil. But in my mind, we're good and they're evil. Like we're right and they're wrong. It's God's side versus everybody else. And if people want to take it wrong, they know who they are and they know what they're doing. But all lies will be exposed in 2025. Mark my words. All right. You said, we kept this narrative with Black, Mexican, gay people, etc. throughout American history. Trans people are just the latest target. They are, but we got to help them. We got to help them, man. We got to, because they have nobody else. Like, if you're a Black trans person, even the Black people don't respect you. So you got white people against you. You got Black people against you. You got Latino people against you. You got all these groups of people against you. And you have no tribe, no support, except for us as gay men, queer people. Period. That's all you got. Let's go into some other tips here. It says they advocate that you should change your Social Security office gender marker. I didn't know you can do that. Go ahead and do that if you can. And lastly, consider moving now if you want to. And that's for all of us, man. Consider moving. As gay people, it's like, consider just leaving where you are not celebrated, and go where you are celebrated. Period. I talk to you guys all the time about wanting to leave Texas desperately. So as soon as my husband's done with school, I'm out of here. I plan to not return. It's not for me. I don't like the people. I don't like the culture. I don't like the politics, period. So move. So you said, so right about that. My mother and sister don't like trans women and my sister's a lesbian. How can you not like trans women when you are a lesbian? And you are a whole lesbian. I've been thinking about this for a few days now, and I think it's almost like, y'all remember Rachel Dolezal, the white woman that was identifying as a Black person, and Black people got really upset about that. I forgot her. I think it's Dolezal. I think it's the same thing. You have a marginalized group of people, meaning women, and then you have men, quote unquote, people who they feel like are men, are transitioning and occupying spaces that women occupy, and they don't like it. They don't like it. The same way that Black people don't like mixed people and other people identifying as Black. Apparently, we feel like we have a monopoly on pain and whatnot, but we don't. A lesbian not liking trans women is crazy. It really is crazy, and no excuses for it. Because without trans women, we would not have the rights we have today. As you all know, the Stonewall riot was started by a trans women specifically, because the girls weren't having it. They weren't having it. You said, I have a trans friend / soon-to-be girlfriend. I'm concerned for her. Yeah, man, Nomadic Mariner, I feel for you. And just, props to you for loving this person openly and unapologetically. Props to you, because we need more men like you out here that are willing to be honest. This is my woman. This is the person that I love. You will respect her. And if you love this person, support her in her move. Help her to move. Maybe move with her out of state or whatever, or whatnot. Excuse me. But there's ways you can go about it to help this individual. So thank you for standing up and being a real man. You said, Trey H says, I feel like nowhere is for me. Why do you feel that way, Trey? Are you trans? Are you a queer Black man? What's your identity? That's Monty says that's insane. Nomadic Mariner, Monty coming for you, man. You're in Houston, Nomadic Mariner? Yeah. I'm in the Houston area too. Yeah. Houston is becoming something. That's all I'm gonna say. Houston is becoming something. And not in a good way. That's all I'm gonna say. Not in a good way. Oh, Trey, you said it's Delazol. Yeah, you remember her. But it's the same thing. I think women don't like us. I don't want to say us because I'm not trans, but like people who identify as trans, they don't want them occupying spaces that women occupy. Excuse me, guys. They don't want it. I have to take a shot real quick. Not a shot of alcohol, a shot of probiotics. My husband made me a little drink in his lab, and it's really good. So I take a sip real quick. But yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't, especially when the trans women look better than they do. And for some reason, women, biological females, cannot fathom that there are a lot of straight men that like trans women. And for me, it's not that hard to understand. If you look like the gender a man is attracted to, he will be attracted to you. Never mind what's between your legs. That comes secondary. Like T.S. Madison says, they push that peen to the side and they do what they want to do. They don't care about what's between your legs. If you look like the gender a man is attracted to, you got him, period. You got him, period. And sometimes, a man may be attracted to a woman, but he may come across a gay dude like yourself, a gay dude like me, a gay dude like whoever, and just be like, I like this dude's vibe. I like that he's androgynous. I like that he accepts who he is. I'm going to give this dude some play. Dudes like what they like, and people just can't take. They're not ready to take it. Just not ready to take it. You said, Monty says, education is such a huge problem. A lot of people can't empathize, sympathize with other people, and it's a huge problem. Everyone thinks they're the exception or that they aren't on the chopping block. Just talk to my husband about this. Monty, you on a roll, man. You need to start your own YouTube channel, man, your own commentary channel, because it's true. It's totally true. Empathy is a superpower. A lot of us, especially when we're dating, if you're an empath and you are romantic, dating can be difficult. And it's simply because a lot of people cannot put themselves in other people's shoes. So they don't feel bad about doing you wrong, doing you dirty, cheating on you, or, just doing the grimy stuff that people do to other people when they're dating or trying to date or whatnot. They don't feel bad because they can't empathize. They have no empathy. So those of us who have empathy, who can put ourselves in other people's shoes, we will apologize. We will do the right thing by people. We will not take advantage of people or manipulate people. So we can see that as a weakness because we get taken advantage of, but in reality, it's a superpower. We're just doing it for the wrong type of man. Good point, Monty. Nomadic Mariner says, well, I'm bi, but yeah, it's wild out here. Yeah. Congratulations, man. Thank you for opening up. Trey says, I like both men and women, but I like men more. Yeah, typically, I've just noticed bi people tend to be more skewed towards one gender than the other. I don't know if that includes non-binary people for you, but typically people are more skewed towards one than the other. And a lot of people, prefer men simply because it's just easier. It's easier. And maybe the love making is better. I don't know. I've never dated a woman, never kissed a woman. I can't talk about that stuff. But yeah, people tend to typically prefer one over the other a little bit more. All right, you guys. So I've been on here for over an hour. Thank you guys for joining the show. I greatly appreciate it. Love and support. Darion, Deshaun, Wrestling Superstar, CLC. Who else? Monty, Trey H. You guys all had some really good feedback today. I really appreciate the love and support. I'm going to hop on again, probably. I don't know if I'm going to go live 2 times a week or just 1 time a week. But so far, Mondays or Tuesdays of going live seems to work out well for me. Trying something new. It's easy to just sit back and make videos and edit those videos to make them perfect, to put out an image of perfection. But the real test in terms of being a content creator is hopping on here live and just doing it. That's the real test right there, just doing it. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for me and love and support. Whoop is back. Whoop back. Take care. Y'all know the rest. Peace.